Welcome back to a new episode with The Jurist. Today, we have an iconic lawyer, one of the biggest names in the legal field in United Arab Emirates. And very soon, I guess we will say this worldwide because you're going really global very soon. And I think Dr. Habib Al Mulla is not someone that we can introduce. We just mentioned the name and you know exactly what we're talking about. Very good morning, and thank you very much for being here with us today.
Good morning, Ahmed. Thank you for having me in this podcast.
It's a pleasure, and and I thank you again, not just for being here with us, for accepting to do this podcast in English, because our audience, we have received your name as a request specifically, and I know very well that we have a lot of non-Arabic speakers who would like to hear from you. And we rely on AI for the translation. If someone wants to watch the podcast in Arabic and understand it, the AI can help you very much with the translation. But for the wider audience of the UAE and the whole Middle East, I know that a lot of people would like to have this podcast in English. So thank you very much for accommodating our request.
Thank you.
How's your morning?
Good. So
very
far.
good. Yeah. Busy?
Always.
We offered you coffee and you said you don't like coffee. So what's your drink? What's your morning drink?
I'm a tea person.
A tea person.
I've always been a tea person. I remember once I was attending a Harvard alumni conference and it was in Rome. And it was, now they call it coffee break. It was called tea break before. So I was on the line when I came. The guy asked me, I said, tea. And there was an Italian guy behind me. He said, tea? You are asking for tea and you're in Italy? That's why I realized that coffee is a big shock.
Yeah. But you have a specific kind of tea, or you roam between different kinds?
I roam between. No difference. Although I have to admit, recently, with a trend I'm seeing, especially from the young generation, trying coffee, sometimes I do try coffee, but it's not my drink.
Okay. That's quite specific for a lawyer, not to have coffee. You mentioned Harvard and how you realized that the tea is your drink at Harvard. I have a question here, because specifically your generation, and for a very long time, the UK was the place where the education was very much promoted in the UAE, not just in the UAE, I guess all over the GCC region and many of the Arab countries. Why did you choose Harvard and not go to Oxford or any of the UK renowned names in the law?
I think I wanted to try both. So I did go to Cambridge for my PhD. But Harvard, I think we are of a generation that came in between. You know, the previous generation, as you said, completely UK directed, focused. And then you had the new generation who are, of course, more toward USA.
Yeah.
We were in between. So at that time, US started to open. We're hearing about US. Harvard, of course, is an iconic name. And it was kind of a dream that, I do want to go to Harvard. I want to study there. So that was it.
How was your experience, as expected?
I have to admit, after the first 3 months, I seriously was thinking of coming back, abandoning everything.
Okay.
You see, the problem is, first of all, our legal system of education is civil law, French law. That's common law, completely different. We're studying in Arabic, study there is in English. Although my English was good, but still. Plus, the method of education, and I think it's not a secret in our universities, it all depends on how much you can memorize.
Yeah.
And I have my memory was good. I could memorize the whole book. There it doesn't work like this. It's a completely different study. So I was trying to use the same technique. So I found that, for example, I was memorizing like 30, 35 pages, even before the lecture starts. Then I find that the professor has passed like 80, 90 pages, or maybe 100. I was not able to catch. I was thinking, something is wrong. This is not working. Until my roommate, who did his bachelor studies in US, he told me this is not going to work the way you are doing it. You need to study the way Americans study. You need to understand. You need to look at the bigger concept. Look about different articles, even outside the textbook. So when I did that, and I think at that time, if I'm not mistaken, he also showed me that there were like handouts that the students prepare and buy, and this. Then it started to work and was able to catch up. But the first 3 months
was very difficult.
Very difficult. When I was at the university at Al Ain, one of the professors, he told me, don't go directly to the US. Go and take a master's degree in India or one of the Malaysia, one of the common law countries. Prepare yourselves for that. I said, why should I waste time? Let me go directly. But I think he was right.
Yeah.
Had I done this, I think it would have helped me a lot.